We're live. We're live. We're live. Hello, everybody. Everybody,
What I
we're
said.
live. Can you hear it? Everybody's we're live. We made it. We made it.
Yeah. In
All
five,
right. Merry MLK Day,
4,
everybody. Merry MLK.
live.
Merry
He went.
MLK.
He went frozen.
Yeah.
right as we were going.
Well,
live.
we are live.
Yeah.
So you may be frozen
Sorry.
to you,
We'll
but
clean
not
that
to
up
our
in
listeners.
post.
Our listeners
Yeah.
can hear everything.
Yeah, you too. Did you guys?
All right,
Did you
we're
guys
live.
do?
Merry
Did you guys do
MLK
your
Day.
traditional stuff this day?
Oh, not traditional. I dressed in blackface and I. No.
That's not.
Okay, stop
it's
the
not-
show.
It's not traditional. That is true.
Not something you're supposed to do. Let's put it that way.
Everyone has their own views.
This is how I celebrate MLK Day. Honestly, this is what I do every year. I'm sorry, models, that you're finding out about this for the first time. I sprained my ankle.
Sprain your ankle?
Yeah, I sprained my ankle. I figured give minorities a chance to do my job. I sprained my ankle every MLK Day.
It's generous.
Yeah, it's pretty generous.
Yeah. Hey, good for you. You know, you're doing your part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm out
exactly.
for a walk, enjoying the sunshine, hanging out with the dog. I get a text. Hey, babe, I hurt my ankle. I might need a ride. I go to pick his ass up. His ankle's like swollen as fuck.
What'd you do?
Oh, man, it's
He's
so
in denial.
stupid. I was unwrapping, as our listeners know, I work at, I do like I unload trucks and stock things in the store. I was taking the wrap off a pallet, and I took a step, and all of a sudden I was just in thin air. I took a step into thin air, and it was like I was off the side of the dock, which apparently happens a lot. And
They tried to make him feel better by saying that.
Yeah, they really were.
Can you work with the crutches?
No, I cannot.
Wow. Are you on workers' compensation? I mean, you were working. You got hired the job.
That's pretty funny. In accordance with
No money,
MLK
wild
tradition, I do not get compensated when I'm not working.
This motherfucker ain't got no sick leave.
Yeah, there's no sick leave here. I am celebrating MLK like it should be celebrated. Otherwise, what's the point? If I can take those shortcuts, what's the point?
Yeah, you gotta. I mean, it only comes once a year.
Exactly.
So he's lucky. I've had a few mishaps myself in the past and diagnoses, and that's why I have.
She's had crutches in the.
Oh, you had the crutches. Oh,
Yeah, crutches are already here. Yeah.
What injury did you?
That's a great question,
a
Filler.
different pod, different day.
Different pod,
Different
day.
pod.
Yeah.
Come back next Monday.
All I gotta say
Sprained my
is,
ankle a couple times, but that's mostly unrelated.
that's true. Just wait till you see how I celebrate Columbus Day. Just wait.
I don't even know what to expect.
What does that mean?
Yeah. So
But
we
more
like to.
importantly, Fiddler, how are you feeling?
Yeah. How are you
Yeah,
doing?
but-
You were sick.
No, but mostly better.
You took some time off from a pod for a pretty good excuse. You know, you had a death in the family.
Yeah.
I was,
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah,
Fine.
borderline. Yeah.
But this excuse might have been bullshit. But the last one was all right.
Yeah, we were a little late because I had to hobble around. But Molecule has been a princess. She has just been. She's like a modern day nurse. She's
Watch
been
yourself.
nursing me.
Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna come out.
Putting my foot up on
I'd
the
like to
chair.
hear it.
I'm elevating my foot as we speak.
It's about ice time almost.
It
I
is.
think your ice is ready.
It's ice time. Yeah,
How long do you have to have it iced?
well, it's an ongoing debate.
Oh. He needs to have it iced off and on, like for the next few days.
If this goes as well as it seems to be, I might milk this for a couple weeks and just get her to, because she's been pouring my whiskey.
Oh man, my ankle still hurts. Oh, it's tender.
As long as you can still get me those Zell That's what I'm in. So, Fiddler, this might be where you come into play.
I can get to the keyboard. I can get to the keyboard.
It seems like you two have it well under control.
A lot of people think MLK Day is just one. Oh, here's my ice. Here's my ice. Ice! Cold. It's cold. It's ice. It's supposed to be cold. It's very freezing, obviously. Some people think MLK Day is only supposed to celebrate it one day, but I like to celebrate it over a course of a week and a half to 2 days.
You really put your heart into it.
Yeah, and my foot. I really put my foot into it. So that's the state of the pod. What do we? Yeah, what's some AI news? I sent you some links. I'm sure you guys looked at each one of those.
Oh yeah, they were. Oh.
I didn't look at shit. I was getting somebody's ice and water.
Over the last few days. It was a CES day on January 13th. That was 2 days ago.
How demanding of a patient is a case?
That's a great question.
He's extremely demanding.
Oh wow.
That is just not true.
No, he's good. He's good. He's trying.
Through all this, I made French fries in the air fryer. So while I was,
That's actually why we're late.
yeah, that's true. Well, I ran a little late.
Yeah.
Molecule was my sous chef. I don't know if you know what that is, Fiddler. You've never worked in a restaurant. Although you've wanted to. You wanted to work in a restaurant.
I'm familiar with the sous chef.
Oh, you watched the
Eric. Well, 9112 is my sous chef.
Oh! Almost lost some circuit cards there.
Who cooks more? Who cooks more, you or 9112?
Fiddler.
I mean, I do the cooking. He's
Really?
the sous chef.
Is she just bad at it? Is she just bad?
No,
at it?
she does a good job. I think it's just. I think I'm a little more generous with some of the spices. Gives a little more.
Okay.
A little more salt or whatever it might be.
In our house,
I am too.
Case is the chef and I'm the princess.
Yeah, that's
Nice.
She
What are your duties from A to Z in the kitchen?
Stay out
sit down
of the
and eat the
kitchen.
food.
Stay out of the kitchen. Lest you get yelled at. Even the dog, even Lemma knows enough to leave the kitchen area when I start.
Molecule and Lemma, leave the kitchen. I'm cooking.
It works for everybody involved.
If I just go to the refrigerator, that's fine. She doesn't go anywhere. Lemma, I'm talking about, not Molecule. But as soon as I open a couple drawers, she heads off to the other side of the house. She's on the other side of the house. She's like, I don't want nothing to do with this. She's laying down.
She comes in afterward for cleanup.
Yeah, she comes down to clean up all the stuff I dropped on the ground.
Yeah. He's starting to cook. He's like, fuck it, I'm just going. I know. I know it's time for me to go to the other room.
Yeah, well, what I do is if I screw something up, like I break an egg, I start cursing.
I get to see it.
And she gets upset.
Yeah, she gets upset. I use whore a lot. I'm not calling the eggs a whore. I just say, I don't know. I appreciate whores.
It's something we're working on.
Yeah, I appreciate them, and they're a valued member of society. Do
you drop eggs often, or is this like a
not drop them? If I go to make eggs, well, you don't know anything about eggs, so I don't know why you're even.
Well, maybe I'd like to learn.
Well, like what I do is I like it over real easy, just over easy. So sometimes I'll fuck it up when I'm flipping it and break it.
Yeah.
I curse.
Once you break it, it's gone.
You did drop one on the floor once. I do remember that.
I did drop it on the floor once. Yes.
The egg, like the hard egg
like
before it's cracked.
The egg.
Yeah, it cracked.
Yeah. It cracked. Oh, I think Lemma actually ate it. She lapped it up.
She unlike you, Fiddler, she likes eggs.
Yeah. I mean, I understand the necessity, but not to be cooked like that.
One of the things we cook a lot of in this house. Can you guess, Fiddler?
Yeah, eggs.
No, well, we do go through a lot of eggs, yes, but no, because I also bake, and the eggs come in, with a lot of
eggs. What else you guys eating a lot of?
Yeah,
what's the other thing?
What do you think? What's your guess?
Oh.
Just think about the shit that you hate the most, and it's probably gonna be on that list.
Yeah, onion. Onion. Let's have onion today.
Onion. We had onion to almost everything.
Yeah.
I make risotto. I use an entire onion.
Why?
And you can't even tell. Actually,
you can't tell it's onion.
Like there's even an onion in there.
Like Molecule's mother loved it. She loved my risotto.
She fucking loved the shit out of it. She was like licking the bowl.
That night we went to a party. I found out later that she talked to someone about my risotto at the party.
Oh, wow.
And then we went to that person's party a couple weeks or a week later or whatever, or 2 days later, I guess it was. And
It was 2 days because it was the final Friday and then New Year's.
And we brought the worst. We brought like a like
Did we already talk about this?
No, we talked about it on the poker tables malls, not on the pod. This was a New Year's party. In our New Year's party, we brought the worst like food.
I'm not convinced.
Well, maybe we did with when Shane was co-host, maybe.
Oh, maybe.
Maybe.
Fiddler left us.
Yeah.
Well, I think on January 1st we didn't have a pod, did we?
No, you're right. Wait, did we?
I don't remember. I know Shane was hosting one of those days.
I think you did. I
feel like we did have a pod.
We were listening to Shane's new podcast.
Because we didn't on Christmas.
Right, we didn't Christmas Day.
No, not in the Lord's Day.
Yeah.
Not in Santa Claus.
Man, Red Suit Day. So you might want to write this podcast down, Fiddler, or something you want to listen to, because I think you're going to need it. It's called Heavy Mental Podcast.
The Heavy Mental Podcast.
Heavy Mental.
It's about mental issues.
Heavy.
Yeah, write that down. I know he's not writing. He's just scribbling.
I'm typing it.
Yeah, we listened to some of it. It's very funny. Yeah, I mean it's not supposed to be funny, I guess, but they're humorous. You know, there's three hosts. We met. We played poker with two of them.
Okay.
Of course, we know Shane. Yeah. We met Shane a couple times.
They're short.
No,
you're in the wrong one. You're at the wrong one. You're probably there are a couple.
Heavy Mental Podcast, and there's one that's 2 minutes.
I did tell them the name is the same.
And then there's one that's 2 minutes, and there's one. So you might be looking at that. And then there's one that's an hour 12.
Yeah. I still didn't find it, but I'll find it. Yeah.
It has like a head, and it's called The Heavy Mental Podcast.
It's a process.
Yeah,
we'll get immediately.
Anyway, it's good.
You should get there immediately.
If you guys listen to this podcast, listen to it. Give it a shot. Yeah. What AI news?
Does it have like a black head on a red background?
We're into AI news. Do you foresee a possibility, Fiddler, of AI helping you cook? Do you think it's possible that AI will one day help you be a better chef? Is that possible?
Yeah, I think so.
Come up with new recipes?
It could offer. It could offer more on the fly suggestions.
Right, as you're doing it, like it could watch you like a robot.
Yeah.
What about now? We all know this is. It could be months. It could be years. Eventually, when 911 wakes up and kicks your ass out, would you possibly have an AI girlfriend? Could you see yourself doing that?
I don't. Right now, I envision I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, is she going to be a physical, or is it all going to be just like speakers?
Right now, it's just chatbots. It's just chatbots. But eventually, I believe that they're going to be able to put it into like a, sex doll body.
Right.
They have those elaborate sex dolls.
Well, it could go with you places and stuff. You could walk down the street with you and stuff.
Yeah.
Would you do it now?
I don't know. I don't think so.
No.
I mean, pretending that 911 just totally left you, kicked you onto the curb. You've kind of gotten over that, and now you're ready for a sex bot.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. There was like there was a Black Mirror that had an episode kind of like that.
Yeah, we were talking about Black Mirror
True.
the other day. We want to watch them over again. We're gonna watch them over again.
Yeah.
Or at least a good bit of them. Maybe skip a couple here or there.
Not the new season. The new season sucked. Did you watch the new season?
I think so, yeah.
It's pretty bad. I don't think we got through the episode. I didn't even finish the episodes, I don't think. It was like, one was like a werewolf or something. It was just dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
There's one on there. It's when the guy gets stuck into that really good video game by that Asian game maker.
Right.
See that one? And they put him into the game. They put him like under, and he's in a game, but the animations and the interactions he has are so real.
Yeah.
It just freaks him out.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the future of games. That's where VR's headed, right? You're gonna be able to feel everything too.
Yeah.
Eventually, at some point, you'll be able to see it, feel it, taste it, right? Smell it.
Yeah. Is that new Apple thing that came out? Does that get closer to that, or is that like a replica of what's out there?
I think it's just smaller. I think it's more, from what I understand, it's more geared towards like an augmented reality where you It's in your house. You know?
I see.
And you can have you can play games, but it'll integrate your house structure into it. You'll be able to have like a giant TV on your wall. Put the glasses on, you know. I think it's more geared towards productivity than gaming, you know.
I see.
But maybe that's just the beginning anyway.
You're still wearing those goggles though,
yeah, you're still wearing the goggles, yeah.
Those things are still big.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're pretty
They'll
big.
get smaller.
I have a petite body, you know.
He really does.
I'm fragile, you know.
Say petite body again.
I'm set for the next pod as well.
Love it. Save it for every pod.
Yeah, let's have a petite body segment of the pod.
The petite body segment.
Yeah, where it's just a segment about the segment. We don't actually have to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We can call ourselves the pod about the pod. The pod about the pod. It's just us contemplating a pod, but we never actually have a pod.
Yeah, that's good. That one next week.
Segment of
You broke up there, Mo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, good choices.
You broke up. Say it again.
yeah. Well.
You broke up for the listeners. The listeners didn't hear you. Say it again. The listeners come through my...
Can we ever repeat that?
Can't be repeated.
Which one? You didn't hear Fiddler or me?
Stay salty. You'll get your nuts.
Let's just move on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even know if Fiddler said something. I guess it was a response to you, but I didn't hear what you said. So,
I said we're gonna have a different. It's gone. The moment's
Right,
back.
fair enough.
Save it for next pod. We've already pushed a lot of stuff to that next pod on this pod.
He has. Let's just put it this way. He has a lot of petite segments that we're going to be covering.
Not everything. He's got a medium-sized segment too, you know, Mom.
Okay. Out of the gutter.
What about my
above average size
huge.
segment, of course.
Above average size middle toe.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like to brag, but sometimes I do.
Too soon to talk about feet when I'm laid up. All right, let's get to the game.
So Fiddler,
let's get to the game.
Fiddler, let's get to the game. One more question. Fiddler, you're a no on sex bots. What about you, Case Study?
I guess they'd have to be really advanced.
Sex bot girlfriends.
They'd have to be pretty darn advanced for me to... I guess I would look at it more like this. If they're advanced enough so that I'm doing them a favor, then yeah.
So you would have to feel a validation and that you're needed from your girlfriend.
Yeah, like it would have to be programmed so that they need sperm or whatever, you know. Then I'd be like, all right, fine.
Just sperm.
That's all it is.
And that's all women need.
Nothing else.
Not like tuck them in at night.
No. They should be programmed to require a certain amount, like 1.5 liters of sperm or whatever, every week. Whatever it is, and then they just wander around the streets looking to get sperm into their receptacles.
That would take you like one night.
Oh, boom! That means I got a big. I throw some big ones. I think that's it.
It's game time.
Who's got a game?
Nervously.
Who has a game?
I was hoping it was you.
I was hoping it was you.
Even just sitting around on crutches all day.
No game. I guess we have no game. It's going to be a pretty short podcast tonight, I believe.
Yeah. Hey, when did this injury happen?
Just a couple hours ago.
Oh wow! This is fresh.
It's very fresh.
Oh wow!
It was about
Jeez.
2:15 p.m.
No, it was 2:30 or something like that. Wow.
Maybe.
Look at the log messages.
When can you start walking like your regular self?
I don't know. We'll see how it is tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow, but I don't know.
I see.
Great question.
Yeah. If you feel pain, you're supposed to stay off it.
225. That's what happened.
Minor sprains say they take between 4 and 6 weeks to heal.
Wow.
So I'm hoping it's not that long.
Yeah, I'm hoping not too.
Jeez, is it your driving foot?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
Oh God! Ah.
Yeah, it is. It is. Just as I was getting into it.
What What is the world saying to you? What are they saying?
Yeah, exactly.
They obviously be more careful at work. Yeah.
Yeah, don't step the fuck off a dock.
Oh, it was so dumb. I just stepped, and then all of a sudden, I just took like a 4-foot step. That's how bad it was. Yeah. Jeez, so dumb.
Thought you were Bigfoot.
He also scraped his little knee too.
I scraped my knee.
Aw.
Put a little
Did you
Band-Aid on
did you get a Band-Aid for that?
I did
Mom
a
got me a
Band-Aid.
Band-Id,
Very
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Very nice.
It was not. It wasn't.
Let's see if that sex bot bitch does that for you.
Yeah.
Dispensing Band-Aid. Just squash it right up.
Yeah, right. She'll probably do it instantly.
I just want to stress that it didn't need a Band-Aid, but it was rubbing against my pants, and so it's just getting annoying.
Oh, you're such a big boy. You didn't need it.
Yeah.
But,
I never need this unless it rubs up against my pants.
Yeah. You still get to keep your big bag man status for that case study.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Actually, that's very necessary. It's necessary. And so the guy I worked with came in with a big hammer. And I was like, dude, I don't know where you get your medical info, but I don't know. It turns out he was just trying to break up some ice to put on my ankle. Yeah, but he had it was like one of those comical, it was not a hammer. It was like a
mallet?
Yeah, it was a mallet. I was like, where the fuck you got a mallet from? And he's like, I'm here to help.
Were you covering your knees? Were you trying to?
No, I thought he was going to try and knock my ankle back into place.
Relocate your ankle.
I don't know. Let me hit it. Let me hit it a few times. See if it gets better. He hits you one time. He's like, "Does that feel better?"
As I scream in pain.
It might distract you from your sprain pain.
Because I don't understand you. He hits you again.
Is that a yes?
I can't hear what he's saying. It's a good answer me.
So yeah, he was like, "Oh, we should still have your sense of humor." Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's good.
He let me. Yeah, he buffered me so that I could walk to where I had to go. Try to get off the foot.
Yeah, I was about to say, is that how you got to the curb? For me to pick you up?
No, that's how I got to the break room, and then once I was in there and I was off it for a good 20 minutes, I was able to kind of hobble.
Okay. And then when you started walking home, you saw the huge foot.
It wasn't a comical huge foot. No, it wasn't like that.
Did you think you were just growing faster? You were like, fuck yeah. Look at me.
No. And I want to have big clown feet. Nobody wants that.
About time. I finally got my growth spurt.
Everybody knows the first bush you want to grow is your dick, not your foot. And that wasn't happening.
It didn't turn you on to sprain your ankle?
Yeah, it did. Well, the pain.
So you didn't need to go to a doctor?
Well, we'll see. Not so far. I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, I would do the same thing.
I don't think they're going to be able to help you. Besides keeping it elevated and ice, I don't think they're going to do anything else for you.
I was thinking maybe one of those wraps. I could get a wrap from CVS,
Oh, yeah.
Well, you don't need to go to a doctor for that.
No, I don't need a doctor for that, but I do need a wrap. I don't have a wrap right now.
What, to hold the ice?
No, just so that it stays in place so you don't bend it, like you can wrap it so it stays.
I don't think you necessarily need that.
We'll see.
Listen, I could show you how to wrap it on the phone. I could walk you through.
Right, but you can show.
Yeah. So if you need help on that,
the day I go to you for any sort of medical advice, you guys will put me in a casket. I'm asking to be taken to the ground.
You're like, oh, let me get this advice. Wait a second. Just give me. I'll just take the casket. Fuck it.
Yeah, exactly. Where's that mallet? Put me out of my misery.
It's really the same choice.
It's not my ankle now, it's my head. Hit me in the head with the mallet. And then what he did it's funny because he took the ice and he put the ice inside a glove, which I thought was pretty funny. He put each ice in the fingers, a thing of ice in each finger.
That's smart.
Oh, nice.
And then he told a story about how when he was a kid, he ran into a pole. And he had a big, and that reminded me, of course, about you, Fiddler, and how you had that big giant bump on your head.
Jeez.
Which then translated to 2 black eyes. Not two black eyes. This is MLK Day. Let's be very clear about this. You had two black eyes, and not two black eyes will give you a lump in the head.
Dude, that thing knocked me hard.
What was it again? You were looking at a. Wow.
It was raining that night,
and your umbrella had like upended.
Yeah, and I had like a gajillion drinks.
Yeah, you had a lot of drinks. That definitely did not help. And then he just went down. He just went down. Like it just like disappeared.
Yeah. And then I went right up.
And he went right up and he had this giant lump on his head. It was like this big. It was like literally like the size of a fist. Maybe a little smaller than a fist. On his head. I have pictures. I've showed you pictures.
Did he go to the doctor then?
I took him to the doctor's, but it was the dumbest thing. They did nothing. First of all, we got in a cab. I was like, take us to the hospital. The cab driver takes us. It was 3 blocks away. It's like
$20.
Yeah, exactly. It's exactly what it was. And then they did nothing. They put him in they told him to put one of those hospital gowns on, and he just sat there with his pants around his ankles.
Hot. Go on.
Yeah.
With the gown on. For like we were there for like an hour and a half or something, right? Nobody ever came around.
I think I got ice. That was it.
That's it. And then finally we just we left.
We just left.
We could go, right? We just left.
We just walked out.
Yeah.
That's kind of how I feel like your ankle would be. There's not really much.
Yeah, there's not much they can do.
It's
It's
not
broken.
that bad.
It's not broken. They don't need a cast.
Yeah.
It doesn't need a cast.
Like if you can walk a little, it's not broken.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, you shouldn't walk on it, but
Yeah.
not for a while.
I mean, you can test every like 5 minutes.
Yeah, do not take medical advice.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do not take medical advice from this podcast at all.
How do you know when your foot's better? When you test it out and it doesn't hurt?
Just try sprinting across the room real quick. You'll find it.
Yeah. Test as often as necessary.
And yeah, so I asked him if he got a black eye from that, but he did not. He had not gotten a black eye. And he was like, "Oh, I got hit in the head." I was like, "Yeah, but I explained how like once your thing went down, it all like came into the eye." I mean, I don't know. Also, 911 could have beaten you up when you got home. I'm not sure exactly what the events there. Don't fall down again.
It looked like I was.
I did the case.
Yeah,
it was a giant black eye.
Yeah, and then you wore makeup, which I think is hilarious.
Dude, if I would have gone to work with a giant black eye, they'd been like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
You gotta say 2 words: Fight Club. Fight
Club. Don't say a word.
The first rule of Fight Club, so you never have to be asked about it.
I'm glad the 2 words weren't my wife.
I had somebody
too. Oh, of course. Again. I won't listen.
That week I had to go to like some nighttime networking thing with all HR people. And I was like, I got this makeup on. It looks like something's wrong. It looks like something's obviously different about this eye.
Definitely, yeah.
I was about to say, I don't think makeup totally will cover that up. You should have put an eye patch on it.
I thought you did.
made up some story.
Yeah.
That would have been pretty funny.
I mean, like, you don't want to see this eye. That's it.
Maybe you could have just said you got like LASIK in one eye because your other eye was good to go.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Instead, he jumped at the opportunity to wear makeup like any straight man would. I say that as someone who's wearing lady pants right now.
He gave himself a black eye just so he could finally wear makeup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he wanted to explore that side. It wasn't for him, so he doesn't wear makeup anymore that often. Just Saturday nights.
911 2 and I went to Sephora to get makeup, and they were like, sometimes they'll like do the makeup for you to test it out. Yeah. There were like 5 people fucking with my eye. They were like, "Holy shit! I've never seen that. How am I gonna cover
never
that?"
seen a man. Women with a black eye come in all the time. I've never seen a man.
Wait, they did it for you? They did your.
Well, like to test some stuff out. You
see
know?
what the right color and matches and everything. To see to make sure that it's they don't have a chance to
it's
do guys probably.
Is there any photo evidence of this?
Were you wearing your dress? Were you also wearing your dress?
Yeah. I put the makeup on. I immediately felt like I could wear a dress.
And then pulled a nail out of a penis.
You mean for the 3rd time?
Who's keeping track?
And that's not even counting the one time we got Nancy Dangerous to do it. Same
Yeah, that was
not two people to put nails in their.
By the
penis
way,
in there.
sitting in the front's sometimes the best seat.
Yeah, obviously. That guy, I'll never forget
Sometimes.
his face. He's like, anybody want? And then Fiddler was like, me. And the guy was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. But it was too late. It was too late. He was expecting a woman to get the nail off on Fiddler.
Even if that happened, I'm glad I don't remember.
And then you saw that guy serving food on one of those food trucks.
I did.
A couple days later.
Next day, I was at work and there's food trucks out there. And I look inside, it's the same fucking guy.
Yeah.
He's
Who would be
serving
crazy
serving
enough?
food.
Who would be crazy enough to hire that man in a food truck? It's insane. I forget what the
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess it really makes you wonder. Like, the entertainment industry is tough. He's got to have a daytime job too.
You mean he's not making a living wage putting nails in his penis? Is that what you're suggesting?
Yeah, apparently not.
We've seen some crazy shit in our late night
dude,
jobs in that city. A lot of times we were on mushrooms when we did it.
Yeah.
Done some pretty crazy shit.
That one time, that one Brooklyn debauchery, there were like two people there. There was like nothing going on. There were people like with chairs, naked, dancing.
Yeah.
Brooklyn debauchery.
I was like, what is that? I was like, what is going on? It's like empty in there. I'm sure they were as fucked up as we were.
Yeah, I think it was like there was snowing. I remember we walked there from my apartment.
Yeah.
Remember that? And we went to some weird areas to get there.
Oh,
Some weird
yeah.
shit. I have some pictures from that. And even now, the pictures look weird.
Yeah. I can imagine seeing everything. Yeah. A lot of dark places, fences.
Yeah, dingy, just like it's industrial parks and shit we walked through to get there, For some reason we wanted to walk. I don't know why.
We went to that one place a few times.
Yeah, we did. We went to a bunch of different places, It was fun. Yeah, it was good times. Good times. You haven't been out in any of those burlesque shows or anything since I left?
I mean, maybe a few. I've been a few now by the Orchard Room, whatever.
Right, you were. I remember you talking about it. Yeah, not as good.
But that's it. I don't go out as often as
you're old.
a younger version of me would do. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
If I get sick, it's like 4-day event.
Yeah, that's true. That sucks.
I feel like I have very weak antibodies.
It's probably all the heavy drinking you've been doing, the vodka.
Yeah, but I stopped.
I know, but it takes it catches up with you. It takes a while.
It took a toll. It could have.
Yeah, it takes a while. You can't just stop and then expect to be 100%. Again, don't take any medical advice from this. If you're listening, keep drinking. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, drinking's fine. Yeah. It only hurts when it does.
You sound pretty good for how.
I could tell this. I could tell he sounds a little off, but it's.
Yeah, I'm a little congested.
And 9112 is out of town. Does that make it harder?
Yeah.
Oh, she's close to us. That's right.
Yeah.
She
did. She did. I don't think she responded to your text.
No, she never.
I don't even think she recognized it.
It's actually 3 hours away. We found out that it was 3 hours away from here.
It's like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's not that close.
Oh yeah.
So she hasn't.
She's with her family.
Yeah,
and she ignores the text. She did send the one picture.
She did. I commend her for this. She did get worried about you.
Yeah.
She thought you were dead in bed.
Yeah. The funny thing was, I was like, it's the craziest thing. Like right before that happened, I had this I was thinking, I was like, oh, what would be how long would she wait to I'm curious when she would start to panic.
So you're saying you did this intentionally?
No, it was not intentional. I kid you not. I was thinking about it. And
it sounds like you unconsciously, not subconsciously, unconsciously just forgot to respond so you could see how long it would take her before she panicked.
Yeah, no, it was nothing like it was the craziest like I can't believe I
He
was
was
thinking
a
of
weight
that.
case. It's subconscious.
It's unconscious.
No, I went to bed early and then I got a good hour. I got like good hours of sleep.
Yeah.
I took a lot of medicine too, and
Yeah,
so I like
medicine.
slept through anything. Yeah, it was a
Quote
good
unquote
medicine.
medicine.
Yeah, you didn't talk to her for like a good at least 12 hours at least.
Yeah,
Longer
it's
than
12
that.
hours.
I was happy to check my phone at 7-Eleven, 7:09.
You know what? I'll be honest. I slept through all of it. I found out later what was going on. You already responded.
Yeah, you were sleeping too.
Yeah, I was, which is
I was about
weird.
to wake your ass up and say Chris is missing, but then it got resolved.
I would like to
What
believe
does that
that.
mean?
I would assume that he died from autoerotic asphyxiation. He was masturbating while choking himself.
I was 30 seconds away from waking your ass up.
I would assume that they would find him hanging from the closet.
But I also was like wondering. I was like, what would happen? Like, how many days? Like, how many
You really
days
thought about
into?
this. That's fun.
I was like, and then how many days until like she knows for sure? Is it like I don't respond in like 2 days and she's like something going in the apartment?
You got your answer. It was like 7:16 a.m. the next day. It was about and I gave her the go ahead. She's like, "Think I should do this?" I was like, "Fuck yes." He hasn't responded to you in that long, so.
So
Yeah,
let's flip this question around. How long would it take you to realize that you haven't spoken to your wife? 3 or 4 days? Or whatever?
What is time, really?
Yeah. He's like a week later. Oh wait, I haven't heard from 911 in 7 days. I think she's still mad at me.
Hey, you scrolled your text. Where is she?
How long do you think you would respond to something like that? How long? If
No,
you hadn't heard from her?
I think I would have waited till like probably like noon.
So did you
And
get
then I
upset?
would've-
Did you get upset with her that she dragged us into it? Were you like a little bit upset? That,
Oh no,
All right,
no,
yeah,
I don't.
was wondering about that.
Whoever, tell whoever. It's either one of two things. I was just sleeping and I'm okay, or I'm dead.
Well, that's
a
the
good
thing.
point.
There's not that many in
That's a good
between.
point. If you're dead, it doesn't matter who's told how you died, right? You know, whatever.
Right? Like, what are you gonna do at that point? I mean,
Yeah, either you're alive and you're
Yeah.
fine, or you're dead.
Yeah.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
Can't be upset
Either.
about that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we don't have any games, so
We don't have a script either, because I'm
or
hobbled.
script.
But we do have breaking news.
Yeah, what is it?
AI.
It's pronounced I.
Oh, is that right? Tell us a little bit about this IEIE.
All right, here's a new segment we're doing called Poker Stories. Fiddler, come on, lead us off with a poker story.
Oh, poker story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
There's
one-
poker stories of I do remember it was a recent story. I was
Yeah, let's hear it.
I was doing some California gambling, hitting up some different
Nice.
casinos.
Okay, nice. How's that? Is that different?
California.
Is that different from Vegas and or Atlantic City, Pennsylvania area where you usually do? Is there a difference?
I think they're a little looser,
Okay.
and the other thing, they take a lot of money out of the pot very
Right.
quickly
Right.
for their commission.
Didn't you have a problem with something else that was doing that? Some other place that was doing that? Or is that
Yeah,
maybe-
there's just
Yeah.
like all these poker places, they have different rules. Like most of the way that poker rooms make their money is they take a percentage out of the pot
Right, of course. The
for
rake.
most
The
games.
rake.
For some game,
AKA
the rake.
the
Yeah.
rake. Yeah, I know that.
For some games, you just pay by the half hour. Like you pay $8 a half hour,
Got ya.
and that's it.
I hear whiskey
But-
being poured. I would like some whiskey too, dear.
Yeah.
know.
Yeah, he's on crutches.
Yeah, I'm on crutches. I put it right at the edge of the desk. My glass at the edge of the desk. All you gotta do is open the door. Oh, there she is. Kentucky gentleman, my favorite. That's getting echo in here. Thank you, dear.
Thank you,
dear. Thank you, dear. Cheers.
Maybe the echo will be fixed by the alcohol.
I lost the cap and said shirt hanging on the door. That was weird.
That is weird. You need that cap. We can't have that cap. We can't have a Kentucky gentleman going bad. That's some good stuff. It's $15 for a giant bottle.
By the way, so you might finish it tonight anyway.
No. Although I am out of weed. I'm finally out of weed, so yeah, I mean, it's
He's been saying that shit, no fucking joke, for like 6 days.
Yeah, but I was smoking the dregs. I was down to smoking the dregs, and now that's gone too.
There's got to be the dregs of the dregs left.
It might be. Yeah, I'll fish them out of the out of my beautiful ashtray that my beautiful partner, I guess we could call it, molecule.
Marriage is a scam.
Yeah, marriage is a scam.
Say that for the next pod.
The marriage pod. Ooh, that sounds like that sounds good. I wish we could figure out a way. What if we did the match game, but we hired someone to pretend to be 9112?
Okay, yeah. That could go for an interesting pod.
Dude, we'll get a dude. Maybe Shane. Shane can play 9112.
I wonder if Shane has themes. Like, it's going to be like the relationship edition, the marriage edition
of the new podcast. You mean
of his pod? Yeah.
I mean that marriage is pretty crazy, and they all have stories. I'm sure. You know, they're all
sure.
married. Well, I don't know if the other guy's married. The third guy, did he say?
I don't know.
I know Grease is married, but he has kids, and Shane has been married. And now we've got another interesting development in the poker world. Wow, you done with the poker? Did you even tell your poker story? What happened to your poker story? Finn, tell that poker story.
Well, anywy.
Jesus.
Also, whatever you're about to say, maybe don't say it.
I know, that's why I shipped it back over to Fiddlers for poker story. Fiddler.
So it was like a Wednesday morning.
Okay.
You know, usually like the mornings during the week, the casinos can't be that busy.
Even in California.
Yeah, like, you know, a lot of people are still, you know, working.
Do you think there's an area like around LA where it's like all big shots, like, you know, big celebrity type gambler, a lot of money, you know, maybe like Vegas level?
Yeah. A lot of those games, they just have private games.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Casinos are allowed to have a game and be a private game.
Okay.
And only certain players can play in it.
Yeah, I got you. They're getting the money. They don't give a shit, right? And the higher
exactly.
The higher the stakes, you know, the more money they're going to take in. So they really don't care if you're doing like a really high stakes game.
Right.
Because you know how it is. If you get a lot of money, you're not going to be able to. You're not going to get a lot out of like a low stakes game. It's like playing with pennies or whatever, you know.
I think they probably pay like time, you know, like $30 an hour or something.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that makes sense. But you got to hire the dealer though, probably, right?
Yeah, of course. They could use the dealer from the casino.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So go on. Sorry to interrupt your story. Go on. Wednesday morning.
Yeah, and there was a guy at the table. He kind of felt like he was the best player. He kind of had that little.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was he wearing fancy clothes? I know sometimes they wear like a funny hat or something when they want to be like. They're like nothing like that.
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, it's just like a kind of, you know, guy in his mid-50s.
Okay.
Probably.
Old bastard. He
had a little like college logo.
Okay.
Fleece on. So he was in the college football. And he kind of felt like he was like in charge of the table, you know, whatever he kind of did was like, you know what I mean? Kind of that persona.
Okay.
And I played a few pots with him, whatever. And then some other guy had sat down, and he was a pretty good player. He's pretty humble, but he's a pretty decent player. Anyway, I ended up getting involved in a very big hand with this guy. And I think I had like pocket queens, and it was just me and him in the pot.
Right.
And the flop was like queen high. So it was a very good flop for me.
Okay.
So I ended up betting, and then he like check raised me, And I was like, all right, I just called.
Right.
And then the turn was a low card.
Okay.
And I think he just like he went all in for like maybe like double the
What-
size of the pot.
Were there any flush or straight situations? You felt good.
No. There was like I think it was like Queen Deuce 4-7
Okay.
or whatever. And so he went all in like big bet like 2 times the pot, and I just called,
Yeah.
but it was for all his chips, and he was just bluffing. He had like
Oh,
nothing.
wow.
He was just pure bluff,
Damn.
just
Funny.
like garbage. And then
Which you knew.
know,
You
so
knew
I
you
know
probably
when
didn't
the-
have much because there was not great cards out there anyway. So.
right.
But
And I
mean,
knew,
like
like-
2-pair would have beat you.
No, I had
Right.
3 of a I had 3 of a kind. I had 3
What did
queens.
what did you have in your hand?
Oh, pocket queens. I might have
Oh,
not even
sorry.
said that. Yeah.
No, I don't think you did. I know you said you had one queen. Maybe you
Pocket
said you had,
queens.
maybe you said queens, but maybe I misunderstood.
Anyway, it's not like raking in the chips. He goes, "Oh, it must feel pretty good with winning that pot." And I was like, "Yeah, it was a good hand." And he just keeps like talking to me like he wants me to be annoyed. He keeps saying stuff, and I say stuff back to him.
Yeah.
And then this other guy who sat down, he gets into it a little, you know.
Yeah.
So he's getting into it with him, and then that one guy's giving me a little shit, and I'm like, dude, whatever. I just want to win the pot. It's like no big deal. But it was
Yeah,
so
it
it's kind of like.
That's what I say to people in the poker game, online when they win. They're like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, "Dude, when you win a couple pots, you're not gonna care." You know what I mean? It's like you just want a pot. That's not.
So him and another guy, they keep going at it, and that
Yeah.
one guy that I had beat, who had the sports jacket on,
Yeah,
was like, you could see it was getting heated, it was getting elevated,
it's funny.
and the guy's like, he's like, "Let's go outside right now." He gets out of his chair. The other
What?
guy gets out of his chair. He follows him,
Oh my
outside.
god.
But they immediately break that up. Like
Yeah,
you
of
can't get
course. Yeah.
like there's 2 things that like they don't allow: fighting in the casino or stealing. And
Of
neither of those
course,
things
yeah.
are permitted.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they brought it outside, didn't they?
Yeah, right. They had the security folks all over
Well, I
that.
don't understand. How did it get to that point? I don't get it. Like, what were they?
Well, I think when you're gambling, it becomes sometimes a little personal.
Yeah, I
He
guess.
was already
sometimes-
pissed. One of the guys.
And then
Yeah.
and he
but
was
he's not pissed
also
at
saying
Fiddler.
like this
Fiddler
game
was
is
the one
nothing
that
for
won.
me. Right. Yeah.
But that tilted him, so that guy,
Yeah.
other guy was already like,
Yeah.
tilted.
That's crazy.
Anyway, they both. I think they both got ejected from the casino.
Yeah, they should have. That's funny.
Damn, it's awesome.
So you're the only one left
Yeah.
at the table.
And you just raked in the fucking winnings.
Yeah.
You're like Mr. Burns. I love that.
Yeah, he was not happy.
Would you have gone all in if he didn't?
Yeah, I mean, I was going to
Yeah.
eventually. I was trying to get all the money in.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have like many, unless he didn't really have
Yeah.
anything then.
He had no outs. He had like King Jack or
He
something.
could have had a queen too. That's but that would have
Yeah.
you would have beat him anyway.
Right.
All right.
He just ended up. You know how sometimes like if you I don't know how often you I'm sure you see this where someone just checks and then they just check raise with nothing
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. It happens.
just to like show strength.
Yeah. Well.
So
Mhm.
But
You know,
what
if you-
what you taught me is you have to kind of build up to a bluff. You can't just like bluff out of the blue. You have to like.
you should usually have some cards that can turn into something.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
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 I'll tend to do that when I have a hand, which sometimes it backfires, but just kind of check and make them think I have nothing.
I mean, I will bluff
But I
sometimes
actually-
when I'll bluff when like I can tell nobody has a straight and looks like there might be a straight out there. I'll bet something. I won't go
Yeah.
over the board. I won't go all in, but I'll bet because I know nobody else is there. Everyone's checking, so nobody's got anything. And it's like,
Right.
and they're
Maybe you
worried
just hit
about
the-
a flush or whatever. I make it seem like I have a flush,
Yeah.
something like that. Sometimes, depending on the table.
Yeah, that's good.
You know
I
what
want
this
to-
conversation's making me want to do?
Play some poker.
Play some folks.
Oh yeah,
Which
nice.
is what we do with our fans after the pod.
Yeah.
Fiddler's got to update, so he never gets a
Right.
chance. to
Have you
play.
wait? Is that new update out?
You know what? It just came out like 10 minutes
It's
ago.
oh,
You're good to go.
God. It takes me forever to get that thing.
They got the
downloaded.
Omaha now. You're not interested in the Omaha?
Oh
They
yeah.
added that now. They added it. I don't like it. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's That's it's becoming a little more popular in the casino.
I guess so. They wouldn't have added it, right?
Huge.
They wouldn't have added it to the poker game if it wasn't
Yeah.
popular.
It's like the pots get really big in Parliament Omaha.
I guess that's why they like
Because
it.
every bet is every bet's the pot, and you're getting good odds because you have 4 cards.
And everyone's
There's a lot of action.
everyone's got a good hand though. That's the trouble. So like
Yeah,
like,
right.
2 pairs, nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
2 pairs, like
Unless you're like heads up, which I feel like you
yeah.
have
The more
not,
people that
thought
play,
about
the
that.
more people that play, the weaker your hands are. It's true.
Yeah.
But even then, I don't know. It's just 4 cards makes it difficult to judge what someone might have.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Well, fellas, it's almost 8 p.m.
Wow.
All right.
Eastern.
That's a good pod. No game,
Yeah.
no fiction, but hey, we're each 2 of us are safe.
Just
One-
facts.
yeah, exactly. Just AI news.
I'm sure
AI.
something dreadful will happen to me tomorrow.
No. You'll wake up and I'll still be here if that counts.
As long as that ankle's healed.
You won't be reaching out to Fiddler 912 asking if they've heard from me. I'll be right in the bed next to you.
Molecule, have you heard from Case? How long's it been?
3
2 hours.
All right, good pod. I'm gonna end the pod. That'll teach me.
Stay salty. You'll get your nuts.
Always something about dicks.
Bye, everybody.